Imagine if Rambo and the 80s commando movies got together and made a pre-workout with a splash of 80s pop culture and some badass shades. That pre-workout would be First Blood from Panda Sups and Merica Labz. All right, so First Blood, collaboration between Panda Sups and Merica Labz. This is another one of those just loaded formulas. Just looking at the size of the container, you get 20 servings per container. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. A lot of companies are now coming out with these just kitchen sink formulas that are just loaded to the max. Like some of these ingredients kind of cannibalize one another to where you're not gonna get all the benefits for the money you pay in them. But this one intrigued me. It gives you a full 10 grams of citrulline for pump. You got 6.4 grams of beta-alanine. So talk about the tingles you're gonna get from this thing. Here's my thoughts on the beta-alanine piece. Beta-alanine needs to saturate. So you need to take 3.2 grams of it daily, and it takes about 28 days for it to saturate. So they give you 6.4 in here because that'll cut that saturation period down in half. But the problem is if you already reached that saturation point because you're someone like me that takes beta-alanine every single day, then you don't need 6.4 grams. Again, it's just overkill for what you're looking at doing. It's not gonna make your endurance better than taking 3.2 grams. 2.5 grams of betaine anhydrous in here, which is a great osmolyte. It's gonna increase strength, increase training volume. You have 2 grams of tyrosine. Tyrosine is a precursor to dopamine. I love tyrosine because it does give you dialed in focus, and it also creates this euphoric-like feeling. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but tyrosine was actually used by the military in certain studies to see how it helps soldiers cope with stress. You have 600 milligrams of alpha GPC. Now, according to the studies, 300 milligrams is where you reach like that focus benefit, but at 600 milligrams, it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier and you get some athletic performance benefits from the ingredient. They also give you 254 milligrams of Vasodrive AP, which is a vasodilator. That's what's gonna help, expand the blood vessels and veins and give you that more pumped up look and feel. However, 254 is a little bit light. The original studies were around 254, but then they were saying, nah, you need to go to 508 in order to get maximum benefits from this ingredient. You have 250 milligrams of pine bark extract, another pump ingredient. Now, what's crazy about this formula is the amount of stimulants in it. You have 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. That's a synthetic caffeine that's gonna hit you quick. You have 150 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. Now, that's a little bit slower release caffeine, so it's gonna hit you a little bit later on. You have 100 milligrams of caffeine citrate, central nervous system stimulant. So this is definitely gonna elevate your heart rate, but they stack that with 100 milligrams of bitter orange extract, otherwise known as 6% synephrine, which is another stimulant. And in fact, it's actually been banned in other countries because of how it affects your heart rate, and it's viewed as a dangerous ingredient in other countries outside of the US. They do give you Sculpt Cap powder. Now, this is a new ingredient. I had to do some research on it, but 150 milligrams of it actually helps kind of offset the anxiousness you're gonna get, or maybe like the jitters. It basically smooths out the ride of the stimulants. And you're gonna need it because in this, you've got a total of 550 milligrams of total caffeine content between the various sources. Finally, they give you 50 milligrams of estrogen to help out with the absorption of all the ingredients to help them put them to use. The one thing that was a nice touch on this, I already broke this open for review for my TikTok channel, but I was shocked. You open it up, boom, right there inside, you got a pair of these fake ass pit viper looking sunglasses, but it's a nice touch. That's not something you're used to opening up a pre-workout and having a McDonald's surprise toy inside the packaging. And you know what? I rock the sunglasses. Don't lie to me, you will too. And we got Freedom Fuel flavor, baby. That's what we're doing. First Blood, Panda Sups, Merica Labz. Let's go. Boom. We are testing out First Blood. This is our pre-workout sample. I got my man Chandler with me today. You see him in our videos, repping the brand.
Dark and early. We're ready for some caffeine.
It is early, we shouldn't be wearing the shades, but
we're gonna find out what Freedom Fuel tastes like.
I've heard a lot of good things about this pre-workout. 27 grams of just pure patriotism.
I think I have a lot of water. We're gonna find out how this feels.
Ooh, that's a big scoop. Damn, give it
smelling it, bro.
Is it good?
It smells like red, white, and blue. It's not bad. I do like the flavor profile.
Lemon berry pineapple.
Yep. Yeah, it's not chalky. That's the one thing I notice about a lot of pre-workouts is chalkiness. It's very smooth. Yeah, hey, we're taking these off now.
We're gonna work out on the Chandler. 500 milligrams of total caffeine content here. It's time to do work. What the fuck?
Back to you in the studio.
I got the, oh man. It's when the beta-alanine kicks in so much that your ears even itch. You were dead tired when you got here too.
ain't gonna lie, I could run through a wall. Like 30 minutes ago, I was like ready to go back to bed. It's a lot of caffeine, but I'm very much awake now. I sweat a lot every time, but you notice I was very warm and sweaty pretty early on. I feel really good. Like after a heavy set, like definitely still out of breath, but energy-wise, like able to keep going. I don't know, my stomach is starting to bug me, and I don't know if it's the pre-workout talking or my food.
I noticed it with me, man. It's like a lot of caffeine. Like I'm parched.
Yeah.
Like drinking a shit ton of water.
Dog. I'm sweating a lot. A little foggy. I'm definitely feeling like I'm starting to feel a little anxious. I won't lie.
Exercise 3, we're doing a superset. Pump right now, like, yeah, my muscles are a little fuller, but it's not like when you do Send It V2 with some pump action and the pump is just unreal. Like it's, like you said, it's kind of in the middle with pump.
It's there, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not like extraordinary. Energy, 500 milligrams of caffeine. I will say that I'm not like anxious. I don't really have the jitters, so they do a good job of keeping it smooth. In the beginning, it was like a strong kick in the ass. Like taking this is like, boom, I got fucking energy. Right now, and I'm surprised because it has 150 milligrams of delayed release caffeine, and I'm just kind of coasting, yeah. So it's smooth, it's not overboard like I was kind of expecting, but it's also not like, I don't feel that surge of energy just pushing me through the workout.
But you won't feel no pain. I will take your place, I will be your shield.
What is that?
What is that? It's called a fucking booster seat for adults. 90 seconds of hell is what John calls it. So for 90 seconds, I get to do the same motion over and over as my body progressively gets worse and worse with the reps.
Come on, burn through it, baby. Is that it?
We're at the end of our workout. I'm doing 90 seconds of tempo and pulse, and I feel like my shoulders should be ripping themselves off the bone. And I don't.
Such a good pain.
It's like, it's aggressive. It's great, but then you get to a point where you're just throwing it.
Oh my God. We're done, baby. Done. All right, so let's talk through First Blood. So first off, I'm gonna preface this with saying I'm not a high stim guy. I've found some high stim pre-workouts that work better for me, but I usually don't like the high amounts of caffeine because they put me on edge, give me the jitters. Now with this formula, I did not experience that. The kick of energy is instant. It hits hard, it hits fast, and it carried me pretty much through first exercise. After that, I will say the skull cap powder did a decent job of leveling off the effects of the caffeine. I didn't get any jitters, however, I did experience kind of a crash. Like I didn't get the effects that I normally feel from a slow release caffeine that carries me through the rest of the workout. Into exercise 2, exercise 3, it just felt like the energy kind of trailed off and it was no longer there. Endurance-wise, I had decent muscle endurance through the exercises. I didn't experience onset muscle fatigue until the end when we did the burnout sets. Focus was solid. I was really disappointed in this formula from Pump, but I'm a huge Pump guy. I look for pump-heavy formulas, and I'm comparing this to other pre-workouts I've used that give me just massive, especially on shoulder day like we did. There's some pump formulas that pump me up to where my shoulders look absolutely huge. This one, I did feel fuller, but I didn't experience that pump pain that I really enjoy. My thoughts on it, if you don't like high stimulant pre-workouts, you're probably gonna be like me and this isn't gonna do it for you. If you're a high stim fan, this is probably gonna get the job done. And you'll probably enjoy it. Flavor on it, flavor was really good. I enjoyed Freedom Fuel. which is a combination of lemon, berry, pineapple. Tastes good, texture was good, went down smooth. But like I said, if you're a high stim person, you're probably gonna really enjoy this flavor. And the sunglasses inside the container is a very nice touch. So go check out First Blood limited edition collab between Panda Sups and Merica Labz. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the future videos.